So, Liam, are they a major force in this competition?
Yeah, I think all the English clubs have a chance. Obviously, we're going to see Chelsea, how they got on next week against Barcelona. They're up, a very difficult tie. Man United should be able to handle Seville. So I give all the English teams a chance of really going deep into this competition. Man City probably. The favourite to do best. But certainly, as Eamon mentioned earlier on, the English clubs are back in a big way. I will say that Tottenham were very, very good, but I think Juventus are on the way down.
Right.
Yeah, and they had a couple of players missing, but Chiellini is not the force he was. That Bonucci, Barzagli, Chiellini, that's been broken up now. And Buffon, I think he showed that he's just, the age is catching up with him.
Yeah. Let's have a look at Harry Kane scoring his goal last night. We'll look at the penalty miss as well from Higuain and Eriksen. Massive moments in this game.
Yeah, well, Harry Kane is playing absolutely brilliant at the moment, and he'd missed a sitter earlier on. But he has this confidence in himself. This was a big turning point. This would have put them 3-1 up, I think, on the stroke of half-time. And Eriksen, this was clever, Everybody's thinking he's going to go over the wall. The wall jumps up and it goes through it. I think Buffon, that's what I mean. I think a year or two, he would have saved that there. Year or two ago.
And of course, Man City were superb in Basel. The point we mentioned about Premier League power earlier on, lads. English teams, there was one quarter-finalist from England last year, that was Leicester. Man City, the sole English quarter-finalist the season before. There was no English quarter-finalist in 2014-15. So two of them are at least through. Tottenham are in great shape. We'll see what happens to Chelsea and Manchester United. A big difference in a relatively short space of time.
Yeah, a huge difference. The money's in the game in England, of course, and they can go and buy players and keep players that they might previously have wanted or had to sell. Manchester City, of course, they've spent a fortune for their players and their favourites. But Spurs haven't been forced yet to sell Harry Kane, for example. And I think the English are going to have a big say in this, because Juventus finished not the team they were, not a patch on it. And there were signs of that last year as well. Real Madrid, 17 points behind Barcelona, who themselves have problems, even though Messi keeps digging them out of holes. So I think Liam is right. They will go deep into the competition, one or two of them. I'd make Manchester United an exception to that. I don't think they're up to... I think a poor side occupying a position in the league that might be a bit false.
But will they get past Sevilla?
They should do, yes, absolutely. But then it gets really tough. Chelsea, Barcelona next week, absolutely fascinating. If Chelsea can put their best team on the field with Morata fit and ready to rock, well, they have a chance against Barcelona.
Are City your favourites, Richie? They're the bookies' favourites ahead of Barcelona, Munich, Liverpool up to 6th favourites now, 10-1.
I think they would be. There are weaknesses in their game. Look, no one plays the perfect game. No one's unbeatable. But there were signs last night. I mean, they should have conceded a penalty early on. They conceded opportunities, and you think better teams will take those chances against them. But going forward, collectively, it's very difficult to spot any weaknesses at all. Similar to Liverpool, they're at times look vulnerable at the back because of how they set up. But the power that they have going forward, they're almost guaranteed to score in every game. So, deserved favourites in my view.
Liam?
I'd go for PSG.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you might get a nice price about them now.
Yeah, you will.
I think they'll turn over Madrid and they could go on to win it.
Yeah. City won't win it. Their defence, which is right about last night, should have had a penalty given against them, and before that, guy got through on his own and lost his head completely. A Basel forward, big hole in the centre.
Remember, you heard it here. City won't win it from Eamon Dunphy.
City won't win the Champions League. I can assure you.
Okay.
And neither will PSG. On tonight's performance, Real Madrid will take a lot of beating. With Ronaldo there, with Bale to come back, Ramos to lead them, they're going to take a lot of beating. I think they'd murder cities.
I wonder what the fallout would be
Who's Mark?
If PSG don't overcome the deficit in the second leg and they go out, so they've spent all this money.
Manager goes, Richard.
Massive
Well, manager
so
first
the
out the
manager
door.
goes.
Yeah.
Like how many years of failing? This will be viewed as a failure in PSG. Did the owners tolerate? Did it keep going? Just let's chuck more
but
money at it
Man
next
City
year.
have kept going, haven't they? You know, Man City with the people in Abu Dhabi, they've kept going. They've kept ploughing the money in. And I think the Qataris and PSG will do the same.
But it's all a kind of knock-on effect now. Like, say, if Emery is removed as PSG manager, they're going to win the French league. This happens, you know, they're out of the competition before May, and it's all Pochettino is around, and Ancelotti's there,
Conte is available. I think what they'll say, what the Qataris who own PSG will say, is we need a big name. Emery is not a big name. We need somebody, and Zidane has been linked to that post. They always think that you need, with powerful players like Neymar and, you know, those big, we need a big personality to coach them, to make them respect what they're doing, and to stop Neymar getting a private jet to Ibiza for a 2-day party with his best friends, 150 of them. You've got to stop that stuff. So I think they will go for a big name. And I wouldn't rule Mourinho out.
Of going to PSG?
No.
Interesting.
I'd like to see him out of England. But he might go there. He said, he gave a press conference a couple of months ago, he said he thought Paris was a beautiful city.
Well, that's true.
It is true, but why did he say
Manchester's lovely as well.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing them next week, Manchester United, you know, because they are not improving and they are not playing well. No. And Mourinho, I've always said, is not a fit for Manchester United. So he looks as if he's looking elsewhere. He looks as if he's totally fed up on the sideline. Doesn't look as if his heart is in it. And, you know, it could be that there'll be a lot of chopping and changing in the managerial positions at the end of this season.
It's kind of pieces moving around on the board, isn't it? They have questions to answer next week, Richie, Manchester United.
They do. I just, on Eamon's point, if Mourinho going to PSG, if that ever happens, I can't imagine a dressing room that has both Neymar and Mourinho. I don't think that's a relationship that can last that long if Neymar conducts himself the way he reportedly does. I don't think Mourinho's a manager that will put up with that.
But I feel that Emery hasn't got a grip there.
No, not at all.
And he
because he's not a big enough name.
No, and he's a very good coach. He won the Europa League 3 years running with Sevilla. He did a magnificent job there because they were a selling club while they were doing all that, changing the squad every year. He's a very good coach, but he's not a Zidane. Conte is a big personality. And I think you do need big personalities to manage these clubs, don't you, Liam?
Emery will be sitting pretty after the second leg.
Dream on. Dream on.